Doe normaal. Yeah, you may think, wow, Mr. Kinsey, where's your energy? You know where my energy is? Well, it's spread all over this whole temperature. It is warm. Turn on my aircon, my air cooler, and all the vents, and I'm still sweating here. Took a nice cold shower, over an hour long, and I felt like it didn't matter anyway because now, sweating again. Nevertheless, it's time for the video. Day 2128. Other addictions that causes a relapse. Now, wow, one moment. Now, to talk about the addictions. Everything that is being done under moderation for very short periods of time are not considered an addiction. So whenever you do something and you do it later on again, it's not called a relapse unless you're doing substance abuse, and I'm talking about the hardcore ones. Now put that aside, let's begin. Other addictions. To abstain from addictions, one must understand what an addiction is. And the addiction is nothing else but a dependency to feel better. So whenever you're doing alcohol, whenever you're consuming sugar, coffee, gaming, you're abusing substance, grass, food, social media, and everything else like 18 plus material, it's all under one thing, the dependency to feel better. Because why else did you wire your brain, its reward system, to go back to the one thing that you keep on doing and doing and doing? It's because it makes you feel better. That's why your brain can rewire itself. And whenever you're stopping something that is severely addictive, your brain has no other choice than to rewire. Now, alcohol under moderation, once a while, is not addictive. But if you cannot stay a week or two without a glass of beer or whatsoever, then you have a dependency to feel better. Because why else are you grabbing a beer or something else, something stronger? So sugar also comes into play, other than the fact that it can be combined. Before we get to the sugar part, let's add this one to this. What about all those high drinks, those strong drinks that you combine with sugary stuff? You guys see margaritas and sweet cocktails or whatnot. Those cocktails also contain sugar, so you're mixing up these two, making it even worse. Because now you have this addiction, but you also have this addiction, because one cannot go without the other. And it also has to be broken down by the liver. So these two will make it very hard for you to quit. That's why you must understand this. Sugar by itself, sweets, drinks, name it. See, I'm a lover of Dr. Pepper. I love me a big bottle of Dr. Pepper. However, I do it in moderation. Can I go weeks without Dr. Pepper? Absolutely yes. I can even go months without Dr. Pepper. I can even go and live only with water, which I'm doing right now. I'm fasting because I'm not dependent on him anymore. And that's it. So you have people that cannot live without chocolate, without cookies, name it. Why? Because they're dependent on it, because it makes them feel better. You notice that whenever they're not getting their sugar, they're not happy. It's like they're missing something. And that's because their brain is not giving that reward rush, because you're not giving the brain the dopamine rush. A coffee. Wow, I stopped coffee a few months ago. And it's wonderful, like really wonderful, to be not dependent on coffee to get through your day, to have your whole 8 hours of sleep. without interruptions at night, without waking up at night. Of course, now I'm waking up at night because of the heat, but that's not a point. But coffee is an addiction because think about this. People are more addicted to coffee than sugar and alcohol. Why? Because they cannot function properly and have a sufficient amount of energy throughout the day without cups and cups of coffee. And I speak out of experience. They need coffee to feeling better. Their dependency to feel better. Because here is the deal. Once you have that caffeine rush, you can do something, but over time the tolerance is gonna kick in and it will take away this whole rush you have, and then you will have the only dependency that is there just to feel somehow okay. And that's it. Gaming. I can also speak out of experience. Not now, because now I'm using a bot and I'm just checking out once a week how it's going. I do play sometimes, but like I said, sometimes. And then the rest of the week I'm busy helping you guys, helping my clients, doing much more fun stuff and important stuff. However, in the past, let's say longer than 12, 14 years ago, I was severely addicted to gaming because I wasn't happy with my life and I was looking for an escape, and gaming is the perfect escape you can find. You can be yourself without being yourself there. You weren't yourself in the real life, but you could be who you wanted to be in a game. And it made you feel a lot better because you could run towards an alternative reality that you've created for yourself. And that's what makes it addictive. Substance. I don't need to explain that, but I'm just giving a general description of what it actually means. So it's everything that people use, from the regular ones to the heaviest ones, without mentioning it, because YouTube may even think that this is some video talking about substance abuse, etc., which is not, by the way. Just mentioning this, which is a part of the addiction that causes our relapse. Grass, not as bad as a substance, but it is very bad. Not bad because it's extremely damaging to the health, as some people may say, or some people may not say that it's not damaging at all. That's not something that I'm gonna debate or discuss about. None of my business. You want to do it, you can do it. It's none of my business. However, what I will say is that grass makes you dependent to feel okay. Some people use it because they have anxiety attacks or whatnot. Instead of solving the problem that causes their anxiety, they're relying on grass to make them feel normal. See, that's the whole issue. Now, I can understand that if you're going to use this for medical purposes that has been granted by your medical expert or whatsoever, then I would say okay. Because if there's an underlying problem that cannot be solved without this, I have no problem with it, because then you are in need of medical reasons. But for regular purposes, just to feel okay, because you don't want to go to the, let's say, psychologist to solve your issues, then I have a problem with that. Next one, food. Man, I love food. Really, I love food. I live for food. And if I'm not eating, I won't, because I can fast. But you get my point. Food is also a thing that people use to cope with their issues. They feel like they can numb their pain with food. You know, emotional eaters, once they feel so bad, they feel that they can, let's say, they find comfort within food, so they eat huge amounts of food, but not just, the regular foods, no, sugary stuff, high carb stuff. All the kind of bad stuff that makes you addicted, and it hurts your body just like it did to me. However, there are solutions. You can get rid of your stretch marks, etc. You can get rid of the loose skin, etc. Of course, not if it's permanently bad, like you have to get surgery because your belly is going all the way to your feet. But I'm talking about the amounts of loose skin you have for losing, let's say, just 100 pounds. You can still manage to get rid of that loose skin if you're doing it properly. Now, I'm not an expert, but I will prove to you guys that I can do it myself. Now, social media is also one thing. People are dependent on social media for many reasons. Instagram likes, Facebook likes, name it. People cannot live without the approval of others, so they're dependent on social media just to feel better. 1,000 selfies a day on Instagram, on Snapchat. My gosh, you're beautiful. Oh, thanks, I'm feeling better right now. No, you're not. You're not feeling better at all. Because the next day, you're gonna need to post another picture and another picture. And if that picture is not getting you the attention you want, you're gonna take a step further. So this is why all of this is making you dependent, just so you can feel better. Now, to get rid of all of this, I always say 3 magic ingredients. The 3 magic ingredients is fasting, NoFap, and of course no social media. And that little extra spice, that little cherry on top of the pie, you can add some cold showers. And you will be fine from all of this, because then you're no longer dependent on alcohol, sugar, coffee, gaming, substance, grass, food, social media. None of that. Because you're dependent on yourself. You already feel better because you're gonna solve the problems. Because what is the most important thing of NoFap? Is to be better than you were yesterday. Is to become a better person, a better version of yourself. Self-improvement. And whenever you're improving yourself, you're no longer dependent on this because you already feel better. And that's the beauty of it. So once again, check out my video, the 3 magic ingredients of life. That will help you. Add some cold showers and you're perfectly fine. You can go and fight all of the temptations and whatnot. People can throw drinks at you. You won't need them anymore. Grass? Food? Yeah, maybe a slice of pizza. Then at home, you'll eat healthy. Coffee? Oops. Gaming? Perhaps if you guys gonna turn on the GameCube and play some Mario Party, then fine. Social media? Nah, no need. Grass? Like I said. Substance? Absolutely not. And that's how you can get rid of all of this. Sugar? Yeah, you can get a Dr. Pepper once in a while. I love me some Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. But that's it. That's how you guys solve your issues. Realize that these things are a problem. If you're going to do NoFap, make sure you kick all those other addictions in the gut as well. Because if you're gonna do one thing, one cannot go without the other. Because you will look for a replacement. You don't need a replacement. The only thing you're gonna need is everything that fights off this to feel better naturally. Your dopamine level should be higher without any substance. You should feel better without any substance. You should be doing things that make you feel better, like going out, etc. Having a good time. Get some vitamin D by taking off your shirt and laying on the beach with a big big old nice towel laying on. Just enjoying. That's it for today's video. Have any questions? Please ask. Mr. Kensei, drop a comment in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, like and share my video. And as for always, man, doe normaal.